Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Junkies. Sadly, we still don't have a theme, and this week I'm by myself. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but hey, I'm not going to waste anyone's time. I'm going to jump right into what's going on today. We've got a visit from Turley. He's coming in, actually still going to give us his football rundown for the week. I'm going to have your wrestling recap as well as some baseball news, a look at MMA, and we're going to close out the show with next week's topics. All that and so much more coming up here on Sports Junkies. Welcome back to Sports Junkies. I'm going to throw it on over to a pre-recorded segment we have from my good buddy Josh Turley real fast. And when we come back from that, I'm going to have my wrestling recap for the week.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Turley. I'm out of town visiting family for Christmas. So it's kind of hard for me to do the dual recording with Kyle because we normally record through a phone, and I won't be able to get my hands on that equipment this weekend. But getting down into business, I'll start out with, my topic of the week, the NFC West. Would it be good or bad if the Rams, or any team in that division for that matter, get to the playoffs with an 8-8 record or a 7-9 record? I personally think it makes that division and the NFL look bad. So I want to hear your opinions. Go on our Facebook. That's, our main thing right now is Facebook. So go on there. Tell me what you think. You think it looks good for the NFL? You think it looks bad? Whatever. Say, two teams in that division go 7-9 and only one makes it in. That's just, no, that's goofy. That's not cool. And there could be another team in the NFC that goes 11-5 like the Patriots did a few years back and not make the playoffs. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, we have a good playoff system, but I think it should use or get a few tweaks. But that's my topic for the week, just to keep it short and brief. But I will do our predictions for the week that we do every week. And one thing that I keep forgetting to do, I did it again last week, was talk about the following week's Thursday night game, because that one's not getting predicted at all. But here we go. The New York Giants at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take the Giants in a close one. I'm going to go 20-17. Minnesota's starting to look a little better. Tampa Bay at Washington. Tampa Bay is looking to rebound. I'm going to give it to them 24-7. Washington having an off offensive day. Cleveland at Buffalo. I'm going to take Cleveland and Colt McCoy. That's right. He should be back this week, and hopefully McCoy will lead the Browns to another victory. Let's go 21-14. Green Bay at Detroit. This is a team that's predicted to be in the Super Bowl this year, and Green Bay's kind of let people down, but they will beat Detroit. I'm going to say, let's go 31-21. Oakland at Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jacksonville in this one just because, I don't know, Jacksonville seems like an average team to me, but somehow they're going to win that division, it looks like. But Jacksonville wins it 21-20 in a close game. Oakland puts up a fight. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh easily wins this one in a defensive performance by the Steelers. Let's go to 17-3. Atlanta at Carolina. Atlanta easily the best team in the NFC right now. We'll go 17-10. Atlanta with a nice victory. Seattle at San Francisco. I think San Francisco is going to turn things around here late in the season, even though it's a little too late for them. San Francisco wins it 17-14. St. Louis at New Orleans. St. Louis, too many players hurt for them to even really put up a fight against the Saints this week. Their secondary is going to get torn apart. I'll take the Saints 31-21. Sam Bradford puts up a couple good numbers. Kansas City at San Diego. I'm going to take KC to win this one, as San Diego just fell right back down last week. KC wins it 17-7. Denver at Arizona. Let's go with Denver to win this one in a low-scoring affair, 10-7. New England at Chicago, an offensive battle. Oh, an offensive battle. I'm going to take Chicago to lose to New England in this one. Yes, I know. Chicago losing to the crappy New England Patriots. Oh, such a tough score to predict. I'm going to have to say the Bears lose to the Patriots 28-24. A nice game. The Jets will rebound this week against the Miami Dolphins, winning 21-7. The Sunday night game, Philadelphia at Dallas. I'm going to take Philadelphia and Michael Vick to run all over the Dallas Cowboys. Let's give the Eagles this victory, 21-17. A nice, good fight. The Monday night game this week, Baltimore at Houston. Houston will put up a fight, but Baltimore will sneak away by a field goal, 17-20. And next week's Thursday night game, San Francisco at San Diego. Now, kind of hard to predict seeing how these two teams have yet to play this week, but if things keep going this way, I'm going to have to take San Francisco in an upset, 21-20. A nice Thursday night game. Those are my predictions for this week, and I'm sorry, Kyle, if this is a little long. You can edit it down. I hope so, man. But those are the predictions, and that's my topics for the week. I'm Turley. Everyone have a nice holiday weekend.
Thanks, Josh. And anyone listening, yes, that was a pre-produced bit because sadly Turley couldn't be with me this week. I didn't edit it out because I figured he wanted to give you all a sincere happy holidays, and if I would have cut it down, there would have not been any sincere happy holidays. Switching gears a little bit, I'm going to take a look at Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. 13 years I've watched wrestling, and I probably saw the greatest thing ever last Monday. Michael Cole got RKO'd 15 minutes into the show. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but personally I think that was probably the greatest moment in wrestling history. This coming Monday, they're going to do a 3-hour special Slammy Awards that they do annually now. The category I want to focus on is the Superstar of the Year award. It's all up for vote this year, unlike last year where they were having matches in a tournament to determine it. This year's nominees are Orton, Edge, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Kane, and The Miz. If you go on popular vote, it's a toss-up between Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. If you were to go based on the way everything's been looking for the WWE lately, I'm going to say The Miz is going to win just because The Miz doesn't necessarily deserve it. But if that'll tell you right there if everything is actually fan-based or not. Because if The Miz wins, it's obviously a storyline gig. If one of the other three win, I can tell you right now that everything was fan-voted. Honestly, I'd like to see Randy Orton win this because last year he came really close in the finals between him and John Cena, and he came up just a little bit short. John Cena managed to pull that one out. But this year, John Cena's not even officially employed by WWE, so should he even be qualified to win Superstar of the Year anymore? There's a number of categories also up for debate and vote at WWE.com. They've got the Despicable Me Award, the Holy Shit Moment of the Year, Shocker of the Year, Knucklehead Moment of the Year, Gustar Shining Moment of the Year, Oh Snap Moment of the Year, WWE Moment of the Year, and the WWE Diva of the Year, which will be determined by a Diva Battle Royal on Monday Night Raw. That is a special 3-hour edition of Monday Night Raw that starts at 8/7 Central. This coming Monday. Now switching it up to baseball. Baseball had a hell of a busy week, if you ask me. They had a number of transactions go down this past week. The two biggest on the tab happened to be the Red Sox signing Jason Varitek. He was a free agent catcher, and the St. Louis Cardinals picked up Lance Berkman, one of the Killer Bees. Those are two definite game changers when it comes to players and the teams that they signed with. I think that, this year, depending on, based on what happened last year and everything like that, I think the Cards this year actually do stand a chance at the playoffs now, especially after signing Lance Berkman. But obviously opening day isn't until March 31st, so I guess that really just depends. Everyone has their own team. I'm obviously bleeding red for the Cardinals. I'm not a big baseball fan, but when it comes to baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals are my favorite. In the world of mixed martial arts, tonight is UFC 124, where the welterweight championship will be up for grabs as George St. Pierre, the champion, takes on Josh Koscheck for the championship. I don't have a whole lot of weigh-ins because I couldn't manage to find anything, but I will have complete results next week. Also, there was an article up that I read. Dana White has determined that within the week, he will know what's next on the plate for Brock Lesnar. Dana White is expected to talk to Brock Lesnar sometime this week or early next week to determine who his next opponent will be, and when that fight will take place. I read some comments underneath that article, and there are a lot of people telling him to either A, go back to WWE, which I kind of doubt, especially given the exposure and the fan base that he has there in the UFC, or if he were to just retire from MMA, which I don't see that happening either, because he has a number of fights, left in it. That'll about do it for us here on Sports Junkies. Join us next Sunday when Turnley returns from vacation. I have a complete recap of the Slammy Awards and UFC 124, and Turnley, as always, has his insightful football report. Plus, Ryan Pinkleton and Gene Goldish, I hope I pronounced that right, Gene, will join us here on Sports Junkies. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/sportsjunkies with a Z, or drop us a line, comment, or request at sportsjunkies with an S at hotmail.com. Until next week, when we come back with all the sports news you junkies can handle, I'm Kyle Robinson speaking for myself and my broadcast partner Turley. When we say if you have a request, we have your fix here at Sports Junkies. Good night, everybody.